With the vaccine for that next age group expected to get the green light this week, area health departments are preparing. We have Ann Goon with us, the Seneca County Health Commissioner today. Thanks so much for joining us, Ann. So when do you anticipate that you will get that COVID vaccine for children?
Well, hopefully we'll receive it by the end of the week, but the timing depends upon federal factors. So we'll get a notice about a day before we actually will plan for it to arrive. So we'll be watching for that.
Okay, I know in the very beginning of COVID, when they rolled out the vaccines for adults, we had this very conversation saying that vaccines were arriving at random. You didn't even know it was coming. So this time, did you have a chance to pre-order vials?
Sure. So all health departments had that opportunity, and we placed our order several weeks ago now, actually, in anticipation of this coming.
How many did you order?
We ordered 300 doses.
Okay, so how are things going right now in Seneca County when it comes to those COVID numbers?
So, our cases are not going down as quickly as they are in the rest of the state, and our vaccination numbers are going up very slowly. So, we're hopeful that parents will decide to protect their children by getting them vaccinated, and we want to be ready for that day.
Now, do you think getting the youngest population vaccinated will be challenging because we're dealing with really small children?
Well, I think if you're used to doing children's immunizations, this won't be any different than that, really. It'll just be whether parents are open to getting their children vaccinated. I think that will be the greatest barrier to this going successfully.
And what's Seneca County's plan? It's a big area to cover here. We've talked about this before. When you talk about that next age group, it's a large group that's opening up. So how do you plan to tackle this, and what types of clinics will you be offering?
Right. So our current plan is to incorporate it into our existing children's immunization clinics, which are every Thursday anyways. And we're also reaching out to schools to see if there's an interest in having us there after the school day is over to provide the vaccinations. Depending upon the response rate of adults, in that district, that would determine whether we actually go out and about in the county, or we predominantly schedule people and their children for here at the office in Tiffin.
Okay, now I know when we talk about children as well, I'm sure Seneca County no different than other parts around not only Ohio, but the entire country. We've had the mask debate in schools. Do you anticipate that vaccines might be that next debate? I heard you mention that you wouldn't go during school hours. Is that part of the reason?
Yeah, so we certainly wouldn't want to interrupt a school day. I mean, we've worked really hard to get kids in school in person for this school year. So, and we want to have parents available. They need to be there to give consent for their children regardless. So, we're just concerned in looking at the adult immunization rates, especially for those under the age of 50. It's not been as high an uptake. And so we're concerned that that might indicate that parents may not get their younger children vaccinated.
Okay, so starting out with those 300 doses that you have ordered, and I guess you'll go from there?
Right, we will, yes.
All right, well, Ann Goon, thanks so much for joining us today with the Seneca County Health Department. We'll check in with you once you receive those vaccines.
Okay, thank you.